Howdy everybody, how y'all doing? And I do hope you're staying warm out there, because I just want to go on the record today and say, as a penguin that moved from the South Pole to Texas to get away from the cold, I really don't like the cold weather, right? I know, I'm a penguin, I'm supposed to flourish and enjoy the cold weather, you know, I'm supposed to waddle around in a commune like you've seen on, you know, that movie, maybe you saw it, The March of the Penguins, yeah, and well, you guys who have made penguin characters, it's like, names like Chili Willy, or Pengu, which is very derivative, and he lives in his little igloo, right? But you know what, I was not that penguin. I didn't want to stay there, right? You know, maybe that story of the prodigal waddler really was me, right? Yeah, I'll claim it. I'll claim it. Because why? Because when I was little, because we definitely had VHSs and TVs out in the freezing, bitter cold, I watched movies, you know, with John Wayne of the Old Wild West, you know. I said, man, I want to be able to ride on a dusty trail. I want to go to a town that's being overrun by outlaws and bring my punk law to it and establish order and justice. You know what? Because I was going to do it my way. So I saved up all my money, right? I didn't get kidnapped like, you know, those guys on Happy Feet. You know, I paid my own way. Because I ain't going to let somebody do it for me, right? I don't want to get swindled by somebody offering me, like, you know, first class seats and then realize I end up in a zoo somewhere. No. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. All that story. All that's real. But you know what? I made it to Texas and I realized that, hey, they have a lot of modern appliances. They've got electricity. They've got metroplexes. You know, you've got people who walk around in cowboy boots, wear their big Stetson hats, and drive big old trucks around, the big old tires, four-wheel drive, to make sure they're clean and washed every day. And they never drive through the mud, which is a little confusing, because it's kind of funny because there's a lot of people that don't even know how to drive in the rain in the big cities. Yeah, that's real. But we'll get to that later, right? Because, I mean, you could stay. I realized I could stay in the big city and enjoy all those things, or you know, you can go out to the country where there's a little bit more dirt roads. I mean, still want to stay with some Wi-Fi, obviously. You know, try to understand the rural people, right? I never really got into the red dirt, but I know it's around, and I learned a little bit of Texas country twang myself, right? But you know what? One of the reasons that I moved away from the South Pole is because I hate that cold. Now, I mean, I like you, and I like, you know, having a freezer, right? And you know, we talk about how I want to make the Ice House Bar and Grill, right? It's a nice play on the words, because in the South Pole, that'd actually be an igloo. But in Texas, you know, a nice little watering hole that's cool and chilly with frigid air, and you can kick your feet up and enjoy a nice cool beverage and maybe something nice to eat. Well, that's appealing, right? So, that's what we're trying to do with that. But I don't want to live in the ice. I don't want to live in the snow. You know, okay, I know there's a bunch of you guys from up north that are saying, alright, punk, what, you had like 20-degree weather, you got down in the 5s to 8 degree. Now we live in negative teens to 20s with a wind chill of God knows what. I know you exist, but I also know that your infrastructure was built more aware of the cold, right? You guys were raised by it. you didn't even know what the cold was until you were old enough to go visit the warmth. I know, the whole Bane story, right? I get it. But here in the southern states, right? We get one freeze, and they gotta shut down the city, right? Because nobody knows how to drive in the snow. I mean, I talked about earlier, nobody knows how to drive in a heavy rain, so just think about how bad it is if you have ice patches on the ground that people can't actually tell and see that they're gonna slip and slide, right? There's unfortunately too many accidents when that happens. So they say, if we're gonna have a freeze for 2 days, we're just gonna shut down the city, so everybody stay at home, and we'll go back to normal later. I mean, which is alright with me, because I can stay in the wonderful central heating, right? Which is nice. Yeah. You know, it's interesting because since this guy over here thrives in the cold, I mean, I could just let him outside and he can go play for a little while when it gets down to those temperatures. But yeah, I think we keep each other pretty balanced, right? Hot, cold, yeah, we're like fire and ice. Something like that. Anyway, yeah, that's right. You know, I also learned that I wanted to try driving a steel horse, and I'm a little too small and my feet don't really hit the pedals, so that was a bad idea too. Yeah. But all joking aside, I do hope all you guys out there are staying warm, you know, bundling up and getting through the heart of winter, because, you know, I do like a nice stroll in the pristine, cool air until I can't feel my nose, and then I go waddle back inside. So, if you guys have any thoughts or ideas on how to pass the time in the cold weather, you know, playing video games or, you know, doing stuff like that with the Wi-Fi, well, let me know down in the comments. And, well, I can't wait for all this cold weather to leave. I think we might got a couple more cold snaps, so we're gonna bundle up. I'm gonna let Cubert play outside, and we'll see you next time. Bye!